Hey guys, this is Primeval with another stream. We're going to be playing FTL again. So, I don't know how many of you are into watching me play FTL, but this has become my go-to game for testing my streaming settings. On my last stream, we had a few periods where our frame rate dropped. There's something weird happening, I don't know. There was an extra demand on the system, but I've switched around some settings. So I'm going to go and play FTL for a bit because I do really want to beat the game at least once, and it'll also be a good test on whether or not the changes in settings have improved the stream quality. So I am trying to stream continuously at 1080p for my Civ live streams, as well as FTL and any other games that I end up deciding would be fun to stream. So, anyone who does show up, cool, and anyone who happens to enjoy watching these FTL plays on the archive, welcome. And I'll also see if I can cut out the lead-in minute/2 minutes that I usually end up having while I set up the stream. So, got a distress call I can answer here. This is a game I was playing before I set up the stream, and so we're just going to go and continue it. We do have 6 crew members, which is a good sign. We've got 2 laser type weapons online, we've got 2 shield pips, and engines up to 4. So we're okay, although we have taken a lot of damage to the hull. There's a moon. We could go investigate. We do have crew to spare, so often these away missions end up with me losing a whole bunch of crew. But it's also worth giving this a try. We can bring him back to the ship. He could join our crew, but more likely he'll cause a bunch of trouble, maybe kill some of our people. It seems he was in worse health than we first thought. He collapses on the trip up to the ship. It doesn't look like he's going to make it. Okay, and there's a fire. Alright, so let's go and vent that compartment. Put those fires out, and then we'll go jump to the next sector. Hopefully we'll get to repair some of this hull damage. All of our systems are charged and ready. Alright, and I do see that there's 3 people who have signed into the stream so far. Please say hello, and so that I know everything's working properly. As you wait for the FTL drive to charge, you half expect to be ambushed at any moment, however no attack comes. Alright. Let's keep on going. This nebula will slow down the advancing rebel fleet. A pirate ship arrives. So just a minute, I'm gonna go... Alright, I'm back. If you heard any scratching sounds, that was my cat digging around in the litter box, which I found particularly distracting in that particular time. So, let's go set up our weapons. This particular weapon is a charge laser, and if you allow it, it'll charge up 2 shots at the same time, which can let you deal more damage at once. As a burst to break through the shields. But while I was not paying attention, we did have a fire, so let's try to put that out. Also, definitely want to be using our charge lasers, but while I've been looking away, looks like we lost a bunch of our weapons, so let's turn that first laser back on. Actually, these rebels... This encounter isn't going so well for us. Let's go jump to the next sector. intruders, alright? And this isn't the best time to have intruders since our med bay is currently offline. At least we don't need our weapons right now. Let's power up that med bay, get our people healed up. We do have one rock crew member, and they're technically good at fighting, at least better than the standard humans. Here, let's go fight these guys. And anyone who's getting too injured should probably go and run over to the med bay. And then we'll pop back into shields. Oh no, oh no, no, ah! Okay, so I lost a crew member there. One bad thing, I guess, about playing this late at night is that I am prone to playing not exactly as I would want. Anyways, we did take care of those intruders. We lost a crew member though, which is most unfortunate. Alright, so once we've got all our systems repaired and our crew healed up, we'll jump over to the next sector. So I am going to be playing a game tomorrow, and I haven't decided what yet. Most likely it'll be Banished or Pandora First Contact, but if you guys have some other suggestions, or actually do enjoy my FTL playthroughs, we could actually play any game that I happen to have and know anything about. Alright, so we're repairing these weapons, sending everyone back to their stations. Unfortunately, our weapons officer died there. Let's take the guy off doors, shove him into weapons, and that'll be his new permanent station. Charge up these weapons, and on to the next encounter then. Hey, Casey Spencer, thanks for tuning in. Alright, navigating through the fog blind, you practically bump hulls with a Mantis ship. They hail you. "Pa, this transgression will be overlooked. Nebula, very dangerous. Next time, humans all die." There won't be a next time. Alright, let's go lock our weapons. We do have intruders. I'm not sure where they're attacking me from though. Oh, there, okay. The medbay. Let's go power down our engines, power up the medbay. That's the perfect place to be fighting intruders. Now I guess the charge lasers features are nice. They do require a bit of micro, and while I am fine with doing micro, it does mean that I often miss out on watching what's happening with my ship here. Okay, the intruders are back. Let's get this guy healed up. Okay, so we did take care of that Mantis fighter, and we got some nice scrap here, as well as a missile, or 2 missiles, and 1 drone part. So far I haven't collected any drone pieces, so I won't be able to make use of these drone parts for quite some time. I do have a bit of scrap saved up, so perhaps I'll jump to the store after this encounter. You jump into a sector of nebulae beset by a plasma storm. An automated rebel scout stationed at the beacon moves in to attack. We can attempt to outrun it here. Despite our advanced engines, we're unable to shake them. Turn and prepare to fight. And the nebula has shut down a lot of our power here. Oh no, we've got a fire in the life support / oxygen room. Oh, we've got fires everywhere. Okay, so this might be the end of the random game that I had started previously, which is fine, because I'd like to play games that I start on the stream. Yep, that's the end of this run. Alright, so I'm going to take a 30-second break here to let the stream catch up with the chat, and when we come back, let's go start a new game here, main menu. We can either play with the Kestrel again, or the only other ship I've unlocked, that's the Taurus. So I'm going to go take a 30-second break to grab a glass of water, and if anyone has any opinions on that, Kestrel or Taurus, let me know in the chat. Alright, so for some variety then, let's go and test out this Taurus. So in this case we've got an Ion Blast 2, which shuts down systems, and we've got combat drones. We've got 15 drones, which is not bad, but it does mean that we have no weapons that are renewable. They all take consumables here. Alright, cool, let's go. We've got one human captain, a pilot, and 2 NG, one on weapons and the other on engines. Off to the first beacon. You detect a rebel automated ship nearby. It does not engage and seems to be patrolling on a long-range sensor station. We can attack the automated ship to get to the sensor station, or avoid provoking the ship. Well, they are rebels. We do want some scrap, so let's go and attack. Alright, so this ion cannon, we can go send that at the shields, and then launch our combat drone. So, with their shields disabled, our combat drone is able to make short work of the systems here. Drones target systems at random. They do seem to be very effective. Alright, all in all, these drones are working out well for us. You access the recent scans of the unguarded station. Your map has been updated with details of the surrounding area and 10 scrap. Alright, let's go investigate this distress call. Ah, it's a trap. Well, we'll go and disable their shields, launch a drone then. We're down to 13 drone parts. Hopefully we'll be able to recover some drone parts from this pirate fighter. Ooh. And that flak did go and take out our medical bay there. They're offering us a bribe here, some fuel, a drone part, and some scrap. Their flak cannon has been dealing a lot of damage to us, but we do have them down to 3 hull strength, so let's keep on fighting here. I suppose we can always retask our ion cannon to disable their weapons when I feel that I'm taking on too much damage. So this time around we missed it on the drone part. We do get 3 fuel, 2 missiles, and a little more scrap than they had initially offered. Let's go repair all of these systems. Return to your stations, and we are good. Alright, we detect a rebel scout on attack approach to a small refueling outpost. The weapons are charged, but they're not firing yet. Well, we'll of course be intervening here. The rebel responds to your threat. I don't know who you are, but no one defies the rebel fleet. They move to engage. Alright, well let's take down their shields. And we've got an intruder here. Alright, well the Engi are bad at fighting, but we do have... Our medbay works even... Oh no, we've taken down our ion cannon. Okay, so that'll make things a little more difficult for our drone to operate, since we're not able to disable the shields. So anyways, I was saying we have these medbay dispersal bots that allow our units, our people, to heal even when they're not in the medbay, which is kind of convenient. Alright, so we do get some nice spoils there. And we definitely need to go and repair this oxygen. Alright, everyone back to your stations. We'll go seal the doors, not vent all our atmosphere. Oh wait, I still need the medbay online. Let's go and buy another power pip there. And engines as well. Alright, on to the next sector then. That is a decent bribe, but I think I can get more if we attack. Alright, so now that we've taken down their outer shield, we can go and launch our drone. Nice. Those parts are done for. Only 9 scrap though. I guess if we had taken their bribe, the reward would have been better. We do get this shop, however. We can buy ourselves mind control, crew teleporter. The mind control is definitely annoying to deal with from the defensive side, but I don't know how effective it is against others. We could also go and buy ourselves some more drones, but we don't really have the drone parts to make use of that. Well, I guess I don't really want anything here. Alright, let's just go and repair all the systems, seal the hatches, repair the med bay, have everyone heal up. We want to be in good shape before we jump to the next sector. And so, on my previous playthroughs, I've been upgrading engines and shields, try to reduce the amount of damage we take, but perhaps this time around I should be changing things up and concentrating on increasing the amount of damage we deal first. So these guys don't have any shields to deal with, we'll just disable their weapons, but without wasting a drone part, we won't actually be able to kill these guys. So there goes a drone part. Combat drone level 1. We're down to 11 drone parts. Okay, the ship breaks apart, and you quickly salvage what you can. 2 missiles, a drone part, and 7 scrap. Yokos hails you. The scout was destroyed, thanks for the help. We've been harassed non-stop by these scouts. Take this on the house, excellent. Some more drone parts, we're up to 13. That'll definitely help us out. Let's jump in the direction of that distress call. Ship approaches, they want one of our crew. We never surrender our crew. Let's go, take off those shields, launch our drone part. Well, that took our ion blaster. So let's go. We'll shoot the shield one more time and then we'll retask the weapons. So I know I'm not saying too much, it's been a bit of a long day for me here. So this is more to test the streaming setup, and for those of you who are enjoying this playthrough so far, I am definitely glad of that, and I do apologize that I'm not pumping out commentary non-stop. Alright, on to this distress beacon. We find a number of ships fleeing from a small space station. Oh, the giant spiders. I've never had good luck with this encounter. Sorry guys, you'll have to deal with those spiders on your own. Alright, so Shanarl XC suggests getting multiple drones on the Taurus, so that's definitely something I'll go for. We're going to go and upgrade our offensive systems before our defensive systems this playthrough, since my previous playthroughs have ended with my unsuccessful death. Alright, so let's go take down the shields, launch our combat drone. Ooh, fire. And it would probably pay off if we had a little more power for our ion cannons, we wouldn't be quite so vulnerable to having it knocked out. Should also probably go and upgrade my doors here. Our hull is starting to take quite a bit of damage here, but at least the enemy ship is also in pretty bad shape. Ooh, and we got another drone system. So that'll work out nicely for us if we do want to get doubly aggressive. Although we will need more power for our drone control system. Oh, I guess we should probably just jump out of here. We won't worry about putting out all of these fires. Well, we'll wait for the solar flare imminent before we jump. Oh, I don't know if we want to jump without weapons. Although the ion cannon hasn't been overly useful for us here. Anyways, let's see how long we can get away with repairing before we get the solar flare imminent warning. Just jump over here. Okay, let's attack the station. We don't have our ion cannon online, but these guys only have the one shield pip, so we won't need the ion cannon right away. And what was that sound? Did they just beam something aboard? Or do we have intruders? He's beaming weapons aboard. Investigation, nothing there. Okay, let's try to outrun that. We outran the storm. And I guess it's onto the exit. We're out of terribly interesting beacons without backtracking. Board the station. 8 scrap. I suppose I should go and buy some more power in the drone system so we can go and use both of them should we encounter a ship that requires us to spend all those resources. Let's head over to the civilian sector since we are damaged here. I don't want to do anything too risky. Welcome to a new sector. Ready to head towards the exit. We do have a store, so we'll be able to repair some of our hull damage here. And we can also buy some more drones. I did say I wanted to go more aggressive here. These guys all seem to be defensive drones though, which doesn't really fit into my plan. We'll also go and grab ourselves a scrap recovery arm, which would get us more scrap sooner. That doesn't seem like a bad plan either. With a battery backup. I've never used that before, but could also be quite useful. Well, let's go and grab ourselves a scrap recovery arm. Hopefully that'll get us more money and sooner. And go and fix some of this damage. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay. Not really in the mood to read all the events. You come across a rebel automated scout ship pursuing a civilian ship, weapons engaged. Let's aid those civilians. Alright, this one combat drone is working pretty well for us so far. hasten to contact the civilian ship. They repair 5 hull points there. Excellent. And for whatever reason, I have my oxygen generation off. We'll definitely need to remedy that before our crew suffocates to death. And let's go. You detect an automated rebel scout attacking a small refueling outpost. We'll of course intervene to defend that. Launch our drone, no shields to worry about, so we don't even need to use the ion blaster here. Nice. Ooh, I hardly lifted a finger. A nice little achievement there. I guess that's defeat a ship without using any of your weapons. And I suppose drones do not count as weapons. And we got a nice bit of scrap out of this encounter. So that's definitely nice. We haven't got any drone parts recently though. Alright, mercenaries. We could hire them, fight them, or ignore them. I do need more scrap, so I am gonna go and fight them here. Sorry pirates, I know you just wanted to help me out for a small fee. Ooh, Hermes missiles. Could be useful to have that as an option. Let's accept their bribe here. We get a decent amount of scrap out of the deal as well. Damage 3, breach, fire, and stun. Sounds good. But I think I will want to go and upgrade the door systems here, especially since the Engi aren't very good at fighting. And the layout of this ship doesn't seem to be very good for venting oxygen for putting out fires either, so the improved doors do seem like a good investment. Buy drone parts. I think this is a good price. Let's go and stock up on drone parts. Oh, did I just sell drone parts? No! Okay, so that was actually a bad deal. I definitely am more tired than I should be for doing a live stream. But again, this is mostly for testing purposes. But I'm very glad if some of you happen to enjoy the playthrough as well. Although that was definitely cringeworthy. Alright, so we find a number of ships fleeing a space station, being overrun, not giant spiders again. Sorry guys, you'll have to deal with your own arachnid problem. We recognize the ship, it's a well-known slave trader. I love slave traders, because they always give us slaves. I mean, because we always can free their slaves from them. Yes, that's a joke that I make every time, but it is pretty suspicious that they give you a slave as tribute, and you're perfectly happy to have them work for you. And, you know, they do seem perfectly happy to work for you, so a win-win, I guess. Alright, so they're offering a rock. Remember, that'll be nice. What we'll do is have the rock on shields and our engine back on engines. Since he does, he's almost up to level 2 engine experience there. So I'll keep him on that. Set these crew positions and jump to our next beacon. Chris Toad, yes, yay doors. Thanks for tuning in. Alright, you look like a military vessel. I'm trying to get back to our homes alive. I'm an engineer by trade and can try to improve your reactor if you have extra supplies. So we could trade these items to improve our reactor. Sure, going down to 1 drone part, however, is probably more than we want. And improving our reactor, it wouldn't be more than 1 shield tip, would it? Although I've never had this encounter before, so I suppose I'll find out how much of an improvement we get off of this, although it does leave us without many drone parts. We do have the Hermes missile now though, so we're not totally dependent on drone parts to deal damage here. Alright, let's see how much of a reactor boost we get out of this. Reactor by 1? Come on! Alright, so that wasn't the best deal, but now we know for next time if all of those encounters occur exactly the same way. Alright, let's go and jump to the next beacon, Nebula. Intruders aboard, but we do get a bunch of scrap and a drone part, so that's good. We won't have to use our drone parts to fight. And let's have the human and the rock man. Ooh, they're fighting in the medbay. Our medbay is currently powered. Alright, let's get Raffin joining the fight. Since it is in the medbay, I think we'll be fairly safe here. And that'll also get us some nice hand-to-hand combat experience on these guys. Alright, back to your stations, everyone. And we jump. Alright, so there's a store. We do have a decent amount of scrap saved up, so let's see if we can buy some things from the store here. Only one other ship at the beacon. We can get hacking. And it uses up drone parts as well. Mind control, battery backup, a boost. We could buy some of these guys. They don't look too exciting to me here either. Let's just fix some of our hull. Should probably buy some drone parts, although they are pretty pricey here. Alright, I'll buy 1 drone part, and yeah, let's get out of here. Although maybe I will buy the battery just to see what it does. Buy battery, and okay, so activate battery provides additional bars. Okay, so if we activate that, we'll get 2 extra pips of power for 30 seconds. That could be useful in a nebula or ion storm where we might lose some power, or if we buy a bunch of extra systems that don't have the power to use them. Yes, that all makes sense. On to the exit. Let's go and examine the station. A little scrap there. Alright, civilian sector or pirate controlled? Let's go fight some pirates. Reports are true. Under the control of pirates for quite some time. Alright. I'll hit up some more beacons before we swing by the store. Hire or fight? Let's fight these guys. They do have some strong shields. I think we'll go and use a drone here. Ooh, what we've got? Boarding party. And it is nice that the stronger Rockman goes to hand and my Engie goes into a range attack mode there, rather than the reverse, beating up on the little guy while the Rockman shoots from a distance. Oh no, my Rockman's stunned. Get out of there. Okay, so we could accept their surrender here. We get a drone part, some scrap, but we do seem to be in good shape. We're about to wear them down, so let's keep on fighting. Our weapons are completely offline, so we're very safe here. And send everyone back to their stations. Let's hope we get a better yield out of that. Definitely a better scrap yield. So, a good choice there, not accepting their surrender. Alright, so now, do I want to get up to weapons 6 pips, so that we can use both the Ion Blaster and the Hermes at the same time? Or do I want to be able to use 2 drones at once? Given that I don't have very many drone parts, I think the weapons are more of a priority. Although I'd much rather have a better set of weapons. Let's go do one more encounter and then swing by the store. Ooh. Free loot. I'm not complaining about that. Yeah, let's go drop by the store, see if there's some nice weapons I can buy. Since we are going for the offensive upgrade path this time around, to see if that improves our luck. We definitely need to buy some fuel as well. A shield and a defense drone, respirators. We already have a scrap recovery arm. Buy some more crew. A hull beam requires 2 power, 1 damage per hit, 2 times damage to systemless rooms. We could try that. It is a renewable weapon, unlike the Hermes missile. Only takes 2 power. Alright, well first let's go see how much we have left over once we buy a bunch of fuel. Fix some hull. Let's go buy a hull beam. I don't know if it's a great weapon, but I'm happy to use it here. Turn off the ion cannon, and we'll test that out in our next encounter. Intruders aboard. And we may as well have everyone fight. We do have the medbay dispersion online. Okay, no one's about to die, so we're safe here. And there we go, everyone's got a bunch of combat experience now. Excellent. Back to your stations then. And we jump. Small fleet of NG. Making sure that we're honest, and we get no encounter. Your ship emerges quite far away from the beacon. You see a rebel ship awaiting, undoubtedly stationed to look for us. Alright, let's test out this hull beam. That seems quite useful there. We'll save the drone parts for now. Now, is the hull beam at all effective at cutting through those shields? Suppose we're about to find out. Apparently it is not at all effective. Alright, let's go and test out the Hermes missile then. And we should also go and repair the med bay. Who knows when we'll need it. Okay, so we've damaged their shields slightly. Okay, there their shields are down. Let's switch on over. Well, once our weapons are online, we'll switch on over to the hull beam. Do some more damage there. Ooh. Ah, and that's the end of our Taurus run. Okay, so I'd like to thank everyone for joining me. Sorry I haven't been doing the best player commentary for this session, but I'll be back to playing some more games tomorrow morning. Just as we're leaving, Chris Toad suggests the Hull Beam plus Iron Blast combo would be good for a bit, so had we survived, I would have put that advice to use and upgraded our weapon systems to accommodate them both. But as it is, I think this is where we'll end off for tonight. I'm going to go and review the stream and see if my changes to settings have got us to good stream quality throughout. And thanks again, everyone, for joining me. Primeval signing off. Check out my stream Sunday. That's tomorrow. I guess that's probably 10 hours from now, just about. And then my Civ live streams Tuesdays and Thursdays. Alright, thanks for joining me. And see you guys later.